Western Washington University. And the title of our project is From the Ground Up, a Foundation for Sustainability at Western Washington University. My name is Matthew Hale.
And I'm Greg Hansen.
And we are proud to be representing our team here at the annual meeting. Now, in addition to the 5-member team that we were involved in, we also received a lot of help from both student groups and faculty and staff from the university as well. Altogether, we spent 272 hours on the project. We got our inspiration for the project from our university president, Bruce Shepard, who said in his opening convocation that his goal for the university was to reach zero net greenhouse gas emissions by 2050. Now, our first step towards helping him bring his goal to fruition was to list all the obstacles that stood between us and that goal. We didn't just want a system that applied to our unique circumstances, however. We wanted a tool that could be used by any organization that was faced with a large problem. This is how we came across target mapping. Target mapping is a system by which a group of stakeholders gathers together and the most influential stakeholder selects a BHAG.
And a BHAG stands for Big, Hairy, Audacious Goal.
Now, with the BHAG selected, the group in a roundtable format comes up with all the obstacles between the present state and the desired future state, otherwise known as the intermediate objective. Now, with all the intermediate objectives listed, they go around and brainstorm all possible action steps to get to the intermediate objective. Now, it's not enough to simply list an action, however, to solve the problem. You must also list the person who is involved in the action and a metric to determine if the action was successful. In the example you see on the screen, our obstacle was that there's a general lack of awareness as to what exactly wasteful behavior is on campus. Now, it follows that the intermediate objective would be you can easily identify those behaviors and know how to avoid them. One of the action steps we chose to alleviate this problem was to create a class for the students on campus to teach them just an introductory level about wasteful behaviors and what they can do to make themselves greener. Now, the group that we selected to do this was ourselves, the sustainability team, and our metrics were both a combination of who attended the meeting, how many people, and what their feedback was regarding the information. Did they enjoy the meeting? Did they learn anything? Now, when all was said and done, we came up with 29 obstacles and 57 action steps. Now, the monolith document you see scrolling behind me is just 12 of the obstacles of the final document. Now, with 57 action steps listed down, it was time to take it to people who had a direct or indirect effect on the carbon emissions off the campus. Specifically, we took it to the campus sustainability coordinator and the quality assurance coordinator, both of whom were involved in the actual target mapping process, so we had a little bit of higher up help for that. And then we took our action steps to the the assistant director of resource management, who actually reviewed each and every one of our action steps and told us what was feasible with the university's resources and what was not. Now, with the buy-in and advice from these pretty influential individuals, it was time for us to actually start performing our action steps, and that is where Greg comes in.
So the first action step that we implemented was the creation of a survey. And the survey had 3 goals. First off, we wanted to find out what students actually knew about sustainability, and we wanted to find out what they wanted to learn further. And then lastly, if anyone would actually be interested in even attending a seminar on sustainability. And what we found was that roughly 54% said that they would be either willing or very willing to attend. So that led us to our second action step, which was the creation of the sustainability seminar. Also in the survey, what we wanted to determine was what people wanted to learn during our seminar. And we came up with 3 main topics. It was how to recycle, and what happens when you recycle as compared to just throwing something in the garbage and get sent off to a landfill. And then lastly, with all the electronics we use today, how shutting those off when we're not using them and unplugging them from the wall can benefit us financially, we can save money, but then also can benefit the environment by saving energy. The person that was going to head this then was going to be our next action step, and that's the BAP Sustainability Officer. Last spring, we elected our first BAP Sustainability Officer, so he's now spearheading these 3 initiatives up here. First of which, like we mentioned, was the seminar. Second of which is that just overall as a club, his goal is to make us more sustainable. So like electronic check-ins instead of paper, little things like that. And this third job is to maintain the connections that we've made with the Office of Sustainability, Resource Management, Facilities Department, and then the other sustainable clubs on campus as well. Our next 2 action steps involved us working with other sustainable organizations on campus. And what we did was conduct cost-benefit analysis for them because we were accounting students. for projects that they were working on. They're trying to get money from the university to implement pilot projects of their own that were sustainable, so we want to help them out. The first cost-benefit analysis conducted was for compostable trash bags. And essentially, the reason that's a benefit to the university is that right now the trash bags that they're using is the only thing standing between them recycling all the material that's in that trash can. So if we can use compostable bags, everything will just go to recycling. What we found, however, though, was that those trash bags are expensive, and it costs an extra $82 per month to implement that. But our university is pretty sustainable and forward-looking, and they oversaw that with the qualitative aspects and still awarded this group $1,400 for their project. So this upcoming year, they get to do it. Our next cost-benefit analysis, similar concept, but they wanted to eliminate paper towels and trash bags altogether. And the way they were going to do this was by using a Dyson air blade. So if anyone doesn't know what the air blade is, it's another way of drying your hands, just an air blade, and it works pretty fast, it works well. But essentially what we found out with this was the payback period was just under 6 years. However, the lifetime of that is over 6 years. So you're going to still recoup benefits after that payback period is up. This group received $14,000 from the university for their project. And again, this upcoming school year, they will be implementing it as well. Through our conversations with those two previous groups, and the Office of Sustainability and various other sustainable groups on campus, we found out that there was a lot of redundancy between what they were doing. So we came up with the idea of a sustainability forum. And the goal of this forum is to eliminate those redundancies so that all of these student organizations that are working alongside the university can help it move forward at a faster rate. So in summary, we use a concept target mapping in combination with networking to develop our 6 action steps. And again, those were the survey, the sustainability officer, the class, 2 cost-benefit analyses, and the forum. We strongly believe that by implementing these 6 action steps, we have laid a foundation for sustainability at Western Washington University from the ground up. We will now be happy to take any of your questions.